Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video with Swaggle. You know, it's been a little while since I've been able to make a video like this one here on the channel. Imagine a world in comic book collecting land where people want to buy a comic book because they're excited about the comic book material itself. Yes, that is right. We have something unprecedented in the comic collecting market, the secondary market, people buying up comic books because they actually think it's really good. Erroneous, Swag, that's erroneous. That doesn't happen in our hobby. Well, folks, it just did. A couple weeks ago, getting the release of Ultimate Spider-Man #1 by Jonathan Hickman, and this book cannot be stopped. This book continues to get hotter and hotter and hotter, climbing up the charts, and there's no signs of this book slowing down. Move over, Spider-Boy. The next Moon Boy is in town, and his name is Peter Parker. As you guys can see right there in front of you guys, Ultimate Spider-Man #1, the rebooted sort of new Ultimate version universe of the Spider-Man Peter Parker character, of course, written by Jonathan Hickman, just came out, and this book has absolutely been blowing it up on the secondary market. Sold out of LCSs, sold out online everywhere. Everybody's rushing to eBay, and the prices are going absolutely bananas. Now, you're probably wondering, what makes this book so special? Well, what makes it so special is that seemingly people just genuinely want to read the book. I know, it's a wild idea, guys. It is crazy to think about, but people actually want to do it. And so Ultimate Spider-Man #1, as you guys can see right here on eBay, I have it pulled up in the secondary market right now. I mean, it's been a while since we've seen a new comic book act like this. I mean, mind you, this is a $5.99 cover price book. And you guys can see right there, sold listing $70, sold listing $60, sold listing $54. And what do you guys notice here? These are all new listings. That means that they were swooped up instantly when they were put onto eBay. Wild. 53, 54. Run the Benny Hill music. As you guys can see, quite a bit of sales for this book the last couple of days, and it's been climbing. I mean, $35, $34, just a week or so ago, when this book initially came out. And that it doesn't stop. I mean, there are pages and pages and pages of sales, and I'm just showing you guys cover A. I mean, this again is one of those books that had a lot of open order covers. There's this Marquez one right here, which is also very popular, although I do think that the cover A is still the one that most people are choosing to pick up. Mind you, these aren't actually incentive variants. They're just variant covers, and they were all open order. So it is possible that some of these covers, generally speaking, have less out there in the wild because, they weren't ordered as much. But, I mean, there could have been as many as people wanted to have. So I think this is one of those situations where in most cases people are going to default to the A cover. Although there is one cover called the Tease variant right here that is kind of standing out, emerging from the pack as sort of a book that maybe is more valuable. This, of course, shows the black suit version of the Spider-Man. They call it the Tease variant. I think we have to assume that at some point, he's going to don a black suit. And you can see right here, I mean, already 5 bids going on, about to end. At the time of recording this video, we're at the $83 range. So this particular book right here, even though it is an open order, it's not necessarily a specific variant book for this one, already selling above the already surprising price of this book selling for the $60 and $70 range. So pretty crazy to see that. And I thought it would be interesting to kind of share this, with you guys and just talk about, this book in particular, because I mean, hey, here we are on the channel, always talking about secondary market activity, and it's incredible to see a new comic book have secondary market activity. Now, to the point where you already have Ultimate Spider-Man #1, the second printing of this book. It's already going to have its second printing. And this one, the pre-orders on eBay are already going crazy. This book isn't even out yet, but the pre-sales are already going nuts. I mean, we have 2 different covers of this one. We have the one I just showed you, and then we have this one that's kind of a ASM 50 homage, so to speak. Also, high in demand. And if we just go over here to, key collectors trending list that just came out a couple days ago, I mean, what do you see? This is already on the trending list. It's pretty wild. And then you go down here and I think we'll find the other one as well. There it is. Ultimate Spider-Man #1. But what's bananas about this is I don't think that this book is done. I think that this book is climbing all the way to the #1 spot. And you know why I know this? This is Cover Price's recent top trending books for last week. A video that they just put out on their channel. Go sub them up. Just 4 days ago. Look at this. In the #10 spot, we have Ultimate Spider-Man #1. All right. In the #9 spot, we have Ultimate Spider-Man #1. Tease cover #C. And then we move to the #7 spot. Well, what do we have? We have Ultimate Spider-Man #1, the Tony Daniel cover. And then the #5 spot, Ultimate Spider-Man #1, the J. Scott Campbell version. And then we move to #4, Ultimate Spider-Man #1, the design variant by Chichito. And then we move forward to #3, Ultimate Spider-Man #1. There you see it, the tease variant that is actually kind of pulling ahead of the pack in terms of the values. Then you move to #2, Ultimate Spider-Man #1 by Ryan Stegman. And then what do we have at the #1 slot? Well, you guys guessed it, Ultimate Spider-Man #1, cover A of this book. Guys, this is unbelievable. It is actually awesome, amazing to actually see a new comic book generate some buzz out there by readers and collectors alike. Although you do have to wonder, do you guys think people are in fact buying this book because they want to read it? Or is this just another sort of FOMO book of the week? Are people buying this because they think that it's a spec play in some manner? I mean, because if you do go down here, this is technically a new Ultimate Universe. So technically, you got a lot of first appearances in there. So are people thinking that, hey, this is a good spec play, I should pick up this book because it's a new Ultimate Universe, and therefore this is the true new first appearance of Peter Parker Spider-Man? I don't know. Either way, pretty incredible to see this book selling so much out there in the secondary market. And I gotta say, we need more of this in comic books. I mean, if anything out there is to be collectible in the future, we need books that actually have substance and quality in between the cover. Because if they don't, and nobody has any fondness for them because they enjoyed the read or the story, then there's going to be no reason for those people to hold on to those books. There's going to be no reason for people to want to collect them. And what does that do to the values of them? If you guys care about the values, which I know not everybody cares about the values, but I still think we can talk about it. But that's what makes things valuable. I mean, it really has been since, I would say, what do you guys think? The Last Ronin? Maybe that was the last book that sort of had this kind of buzz, but this feels different because it's a Marvel title. I mean, I know Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is huge. I know that that's a big brand, but I feel like when you have characters from the big two, that are really, really selling well, it just hits a little bit different. And in this particular case, Ultimate Spider-Man #1 by Jonathan Hickman is absolutely hitting it out of the park. And I think already just 3 weeks into the year of 2024, this book is going to be the Tosin Spider-Boy hot new comic book for the rest of the calendar year. That being said, though, I want to be very, very clear, okay? I'm not telling you guys right now to go buy this book, that the prices aren't going to come down. The prices at some point will definitely come down. In fact, they'll probably come down to cover price because you're going to be out there, you're going to be in a new comic shop, you're going to be digging around, and you're going to come across one of these copies of this book, okay? Don't get the FOMO. Don't buy this book on eBay for $100, okay? You got time. Even The Last Ronin eventually came back down in price, okay? But I'm just saying, we're going to be seeing this book on hot lists for the foreseeable future. That's all I'm saying. But don't be one of the people that put it on the hot list. You know what I mean? Don't go FOMO. Find this book in the wild. That's your best bet. Or just wait 6 months from now when nobody's thinking about this book and there's a live auction $1 start. Go buy that one. That's what you should do. Anyways, that's all I got for this video. What did you guys think about Ultimate Spider-Man #1? Did you guys get one of these books? Did you guys read the story? Did you guys like it? People are saying, hey, we actually had Peter Parker and Mary Jane be a couple. Mind-blowing to actually put these two characters together. What do you know? People want what they want, and they're happy when they get it. Anyways, that's all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one.